How's it going, everyone? James Lynch here, back for OddsChecker US, doing my breakdown of Saturday night's UFC Vegas 16 main event, which features middleweight contender Jack Hermansson now taking on Marvin Vettori. A little bit on that in a second, but this fight's going to be taking place at the Apex in Las Vegas for UFC Vegas 16, like I mentioned. Now, Jack Hermansson was supposed to initially fight Darren Till. Till's out of the fight. He's then replaced by Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland gets COVID-19. Insert Marvin Vettori, who's already scheduled to fight a few weeks later against Jacare Souza. So Kevin Holland's now getting the fight against Souza, and Marvin Vettori is now fighting Jack Hermansson this Saturday. So crazy turn of events here. But nonetheless, Jack Hermansson right now actually the underdog. I see on most books he actually opened as the favorite. Now the line has been flipped. A lot of people hammering the Marvin Vettori line. Not sure why, because I like Jack Hermansson in this fight. You know, Jack Hermansson coming off a really impressive win over Calvin Gastelum in his last fight, where he submitted him in the very first round. Outside of the one loss to Jared Cannonier, Jack Hermansson has been on quite the winning streak. He has a win over Jacare Souza, has finishes over David Branch, Gerald Mearshart, Talis Latis. He has won 5 of his last 6 fights. This guy is a contender in the division. And don't get me wrong, Marvin Vettori looked great in his last fight, getting that submission victory over Carl Roberson. But in general, this is a guy who does not have a lot of really great wins in his resume compared to Jack Hermansson. And I think it's going to be too much of a step up here. Now, obviously, Vettori is going to want to keep this on the feet. We've seen him utilize the striking a little bit. He's got a ground game like we saw in the last fight, but if this hits the mat, Hermansson has a clear advantage. I think his ground game is a lot better in terms of the two of them. Now, I know a lot of people will point out that Vettori did go to a split decision against Israel Adesanya back in 2018, but that's a fight, if you go back and watch, I think Adesanya clearly won that. That's probably the thing that Vettori is most known for, because outside of that, you know, wins over Ferreira, Andrew Sanchez, Carl Roberson, not exactly letting the world on fire, whereas Jack Hermansson, like I said, a lot better quality wins, and he knows what's at stake here. He's got to win this fight if he wants to be in the title picture at middleweight. Also, you know, should mention Jack Hermansson, 32 years old, 6'1" with a 77.5-inch reach, whereas Marvin Vettori, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch reach. So Hermansson with the height and reach advantage. Vettori a little bit younger at 27 compared to Hermansson's 32, but Hermansson's been in Vegas already for a while. I like him in this fight, and if you can get him at dog money, I definitely see there being some value there, because I do think he's the much better fighter, more experienced, and I really like Jack Hermansson in the matchup here. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you picking this Saturday for this new main event, which we have going down at UFC Vegas 16? Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel where you'll find my breakdowns every single week, along with all my interviews. I interviewed a few fighters on this card, so you can check that out here on the channel as well. Also, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. I'm James Lynch, and I'll see you next week.